Hi everyone, I'm Lee. I'm the Program Director for Visual Communication Design and Digital Media Design. For today, we'll be doing augmented reality art exhibition that's powered by Artivive. It's a very good platform for you guys to experiment and to also to understand what augmented reality is. So I hope you enjoy this workshop and let's see what we can do from today. Hi everyone, welcome to the workshop. Now for today, we'll be doing augmented reality art exhibition. And this to share with you guys, this is called Artivive. This is an open platform for public to access and also to create their own augmented reality art exhibition. Now, before we start, for everyone, you guys, you need to register here for free in order to use this platform. Now, each account will have 5 free artworks for you guys to work on. Okay, anything above that you might have to pay. So this is how it works actually. Now, if we look into here, there will be two categories that we will be looking. You could actually register as an artist itself, and the one is there's an option to sell, just to share with you guys. Now for students and professors, this is where we will be registering. Okay. Now after you have registered, this is how it looks like when you actually look into the whole platform. Okay, so this is all what browser based. Now, just to share with you guys, we will take a step-by-step tutorial into understanding how do we use this platform to do our artwork. Right. Now, if you look into here, I've actually created a folder on my OneDrive account, which I will share uh, during the workshop itself. In here, there will be 3 different samples. There will be some extras here. Extras basically is all these videos that you can actually incorporate inside here as well. We have some audio files as well. So feel free to browse through. Now, the main 2 things we'll be using is under sample 1 and sample 2. Okay, you can see over here. Now, I'm going to import it into Artivive Bridge after this, so you guys can see how it works. Now, before we start, download the folders first. Okay, download all this into your desktop and whatsoever, and then from there it'll be easier for you guys to upload later on. Alright, now if you look into here, okay, first step, the first thing you need to do is you need to go add artwork. Alright, that's the first thing you have to do. You can even add a folder if you want to customize your file folders. Now, if I'm going to click under here, artwork 1, add artwork. Right, now this is the first thing you see. Now we will go into the basic first, then we will go into the 3D function. The 3D function is the interesting one actually, but we will start off with the most basic so that you guys will have a very clear understanding on how do you actually do this. Alright, now the first thing is you need to put an image recognition. That will be the first marker that will trigger the augmented reality to play a video or whatsoever. So this is the basic mode. Okay, now I'm going to click under select file. Okay, we'll go into sample 1. Alright, we have the visual. Now this is something that has been created earlier on. Right, if I go under open, okay, we will load up the file. So this is our artwork. Okay, this is what we will be seeing. Now after you use the application to scan this image, they will play a video over here. Now I'm going to select the file. I'm going to upload the video under sample 1 motion. Alright, so I'm going to upload it. It will take some time. Okay, now you can see this is a video and whatsoever. Now you guys can choose to use the first frame of the video as an image if you want to. Okay, now in this case, my advice will be we try to avoid images that has a lot of flat background, a lot of very single tone background, because augmented reality is triggered based on markers. So they will use your image here, which has all these edges and corners or whatsoever, to use it as a marker to trigger and to play the video. Alright, now in this case the video is not transparent, okay, which we'll be covering later on in the 3D segment. Okay, now once you are done, alright, just click add. Automatically, as we can see here, it's processing the artwork. Now during this moment, they're actually uploading to the server. Okay, and then it's basically going to convert into their format. Now, this process will take a little bit of time. You should be able to see this. As you can see here, we have this recognition speed. Now, remember what I mentioned earlier just now. Remember, if your visuals are all dark, you don't have all these visuals, you don't have all these graphical elements in the artwork itself, the recognition speed will be slower. So now you guys might have to experiment a little bit on this. Alright. Now in this case, you will just trigger it to be easier that way. Now once it's done, guys, just want to share with you guys can actually download the JPEG. Now once you download the JPEG, whenever you use the mobile application, you launch the app, you scan the visual, it will play by itself. This is how it works. Okay, so later I will show you a quick demonstration on how the whole application works. Alright. You feel like changing it or whatsoever, you can have this function called edit artwork. Now when you click under edit artwork, you still can re-edit this and whatsoever. Go back here and change your thingy. You can go to your artwork information, you can change your artist name, let's say Raffles. The artwork, let's say artwork name will be like artwork one, my, let's say a quick description, my first artwork. Okay, so once you're done with it, you can even put in your website link, your Facebook, Instagram account if you are an artist or whatsoever. It's a very good platform for you to promote yourself. Alright, so once you're done, just click done and then just click change. Automatically it will save everything up. Alright, now this part will take a bit of time, we're still processing itself. You can even go here to download the visual. So this is where you download the visual, and you can download an artwork like this when you from Artivive platform itself. So you can just pass this around. You can even print this out. You can just put it anywhere. You can put it in your house, in your school, in anywhere you want. Okay, once you print it there with the application, you can just scan this and it will play the whole animation itself. Alright. Since we are done with the basic, now we're going to move into the advanced mode. Now before we start, kindly rename your artwork and then we can click on add artwork. And you'll be seeing this. This is something that we have covered earlier on. Click under 3D, you'll be able to see this. Now what happens is when you left click this area here, you can actually navigate it around. You can scroll up and down to zoom in and zoom out as well. Alright. Now you guys can see here there's move to, rotate, and also scale. These are the keys that you will be using later on for adjustment purposes. Let's say you import a video, you import an image, you want to make adjustments. These are the keys that you will be using. Now you guys can see there's a play button and stop button here as well for you to play the video in real time just to check before you publish. Alright. Now if I click under image to be recognized here, so basically this is the trigger. So if I select file, I need to select my A2 visual under sample to folder. Alright. When I click on this, automatically it will load up on your viewport here. Alright. Now it depends on your internet speed as well. Sometimes the server might be busy or whatever, you take a bit of time. Now once it's done, it's in the middle here, and this is something that we can't select. Okay, we can't even select because this is the trigger to allow the application to run. Alright. Now in this case, I'm going to introduce you a little bit here just to show you guys that you guys can add up to 6 images and also 3 videos in this one artwork. Now for images wise, my advice would be you need to find PNG files. PNG files means the background is transparent. Alright, so you guys can actually find it easily on search engine. Now in this case, I'm going to import in a video file. Now the video file is something that I've prepared here, okay, which is a fire burning clip. Alright, with a flat black background. That means I'm going to key this out, it's going to be transparent. Okay, close this. Go under select file, under layer 1 here, select effects, select fire.mp4, open. Now, for some reason, we have tried out different file format, which is .mov, but the system is not allowing us to import. So just to let you guys know, in the future, if you guys are using this platform, kindly change the file format into MP4 since the MP4 is being optimized for this website. Alright, now in this case, after you have imported in the visual, you will be seeing this. Now the problem is that these both align at the same axis, which is something that we don't need. Alright, now it's supposed to be slightly off a little bit to have that 3D parallax effect. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it further. Okay, this is for you to move left and right in case you want to reposition the clip. You can move up and down depending on your preference. Okay, let's say I'm going to put it here. Now, as you guys can see, the clip is just a bit too small. So when I click on the scale button here, I'm going to scale it in the middle. Now, when you go to the middle here, basically this is called the unified scaling proportion. Okay, now if you go up here, or maybe you want to go to the side, or here it's talking about the z-axis, you guys can actually adjust it manually, and also it might be distorting the visual as well. So you just have to keep that in mind. Alright, now in this case I'm going to make sure it's slightly bigger. Okay, now if you are a bit more, if you're very firm with the idea of what is the scale that you want to use, you can actually key in manually here. Let's say I put 2,3, 2,3. Okay, once I'm done, I'm happy, done. Okay, there you go. So it's slightly more parallax. You can even move it back a little bit more. Now, after this, we will be doing the transparency function. Now, roughly the position will be here. Now, you guys can see here, there's this transparency button here. Once you click, okay, now, by default, it's using a specific green color. Okay, now in our case, we'll be using a black background. So I need to click on the color picker, select the background, press OK. So automatically it will turn transparent. Now, if that doesn't happen, okay, I noticed that there's this little trick that we can do here. We can uncheck transparency and we check again. Automatically it become like this. You can see that. So I can actually click on the play button. I can actually see the video playing in real time. Okay, so now the fire is actually burning. Now, in this case, I might want to adjust it a little bit so that I want to make the fire as if it's appearing out from the artwork. So I'm going to stop the visual for now. Now, you guys can see here, this is the parallax effect. What I will do is I need to rotate the clip on the red line here so that I can have a kind of impression where it's coming out from the artwork. Let's say something like this. Something like this. Okay, so something like this we're going to do. So what happens is when you play, automatically you should be able to see the fire is like burning out from the artwork. Okay, you can see it's a bit slanted as well now. Okay, it might be a little bit tricky at first, but after a while you get used to it. Okay, there's a lot of trial and error process involved. Okay, once you are done, you still can make adjustment to it. Now you guys can import other files as well. Now in this case, we will be using only one video file. Now in the future, if you want to experiment a bit more, you guys can go ahead. Alright. Now once it's done, you are happy, you can even add audio files if you want to. Alright. Now in this case here, the video don't have any audio file, but if you want to add, you can add. Alright. So that means you can put on your headphones to experience the ambient sound that you want to add in or whatsoever. So that video file inside here is supposed to contain your audio file, but in this case we don't have. Alright, just to let you guys know. Now, if we click under artwork info, okay, let's just rename this as artist name. Let's say Raffles. Okay, now artwork name. Let's say I put art. Sorry, so artwork 2 description. First artwork. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let's say you're done with this. Click done. Okay, so these are all the profiles and whatsoever. After you're done, you can click save. Okay, Now, if you still want to make adjustments to it later on, you still can do so. This is done, you guys can see here, they actually show you the recognition speed. So you guys can see, sometimes different visuals can have different outcomes. It depends on what you're doing here. Now, the recommended ones is always be a lot of visuals all around it. You have some text, you have some visual elements. That is the best for them to trigger the application. Alright. Now in this case, 3 is still not too bad. The worst is 1. When it's 1, it's very hard for you to read. Okay. Now, I hope you guys enjoy this. So if you guys have any questions or whatsoever, you guys can chat with me right after this. Okay. Thank you everyone.